Welcome to the Wyoming News.tv Newsbreak. I'm David Iverson with Cowboy State Politics. In our first story, a federal judge blocks shot mandates for Wyoming healthcare workers. From Jefferson City, Missouri, healthcare workers in 10 states who don't want to take the COVID-19 shot will be pleased with the federal judge's ruling in a lawsuit brought by Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmidt. St. Louis-based U.S. District Judge Matthew Shelp halted implementation and enforcement of the Biden administration's COVID-19 shot mandate for thousands of affected healthcare workers. Judge Shelp granted a preliminary injunction that applies to certified providers of Medicare and Medicaid suppliers in the following states: Alaska, Arkansas, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, New Hampshire, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wyoming. The court indicated that Congress had not clearly authorized the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid to institute the mandate for Medicare and Medicaid providers. Quote, Congress did not clearly authorize CMS to enact this politically and economically vast, federalism-altering and boundary-pushing mandate, Shelp wrote. It's about time. Because our elected state representatives and senators would not take care of this problem like we sent them to Cheyenne to do, it took a judge in Missouri to do their job for them. It kind of makes you wonder why we pay them at all, doesn't it? In response to this decision, Liberty Counsel founder and chairman Matt Staver said, quote, the healthcare workers in facilities that participate in CMS programs in these 10 states have had their burdens lifted by this exceptional court decision. Although the injunction only applies to 10 states for now, I suspect that other states will intervene to extend the ruling. Lawsuits are pending in 12 additional states. Moreover, it seems obvious that the legal reasoning will apply to all states since it involves a nationwide rule. Liberty Counsel is a public law firm and is a news partner with Wyoming News.tv. In other unremarkable and unsurprising news, Liz Cheney might be running for president. In an article published on November 28th entitled Cheney for President, Seth Hancock writes, from the files of political intrigue, the Pravda on the Platte, Casper Star Tribune is floating the idea that U.S. Representative Liz Cheney may be preparing to run for president in the 2024 Republican primary. Why else would anyone go to New Hampshire when they could just come home to the great state of Wyoming? Oh, wait, Cheney's home isn't in Wyoming. The article continues, when candidates, including incumbents, want to start unofficially campaigning, they go to New Hampshire to test the waters and build interest. The Red Star states Wyoming's sole representative may be doing just that. End quote. Does any of this matter to you? Hopefully not. Actually, it's meaningless to our daily lives, but as the media so often helps facilitate, the narrative pushers want you to be trapped in the petty political stories of the day, ignoring the reality that is all around you, like the ever-expanding COVID-19 tyranny. A story like this from the Pravda, Casper Star Tribune, is not meant to inform you. It's purely speculation to further divide the people with discussions that don't really matter to their daily lives. To that point, if this news is true, a case could be made that this is the best thing that could happen for Wyoming people. After all, Cheney's not liked in the state, and it's almost inevitable that she will lose the Republican primary in 2022 to retain her seat in Congress. So, if Cheney really plans to run for president, it would probably be a good idea for her to just drop out of the congressional race altogether. She wouldn't want a primary loss as an incumbent on her record. Liz Cheney is a big government, big spending, warmongering, arrogant politician, and that's why she needs to go. So as the primaries begin, what you should want to hear from candidates, whether Cheney is in the race or not, is their governing philosophy. Do they believe government is the answers to all of our problems, or has government created most of them? Do they plan to make promises for this or that, or is their promise to get government off our backs and allow a free people to make America the land of liberty once again? Don't let politicians make stupid, petty politics the theme of their campaigns. Demand that they talk about issues and their governing philosophies. And finally, whether you realize it or not, most people in Wyoming fit into the category of good guys with guns. And the following article, entitled Cheyenne Man Defends House, Shoots Home Invasion Suspect, published on November 28th, is no exception. From Cheyenne, Wyoming. Quote, Friday, November 26th, at approximately 9:30 p.m., Cheyenne police officers were dispatched to a report of shots fired near the 3800 block of Greenway Street. It is alleged that a male suspect, 51 of Cheyenne, attempted to forcefully enter a residence through the front door. A male occupant of the residence, 33 of Casper, ordered the suspect to leave several times, but he refused to do so. As the suspect continued to force his way inside, the male occupant retrieved a firearm and shot at the suspect through the door. The suspect then fled the house. Responding officers located the male suspect at a Motel 6 located at 1735 Westland Road with an apparent gunshot wound. Good shot. Anyway, suspect was transported by ambulance to the Cheyenne Regional Medical Center for treatment of his injuries. The case remains under investigation by Cheyenne police detectives. Yet another instance of a good guy with a gun. This has been the WyomingNews.tv Newsbreak. Subscribe to Wyoming News at the website, and you can find my program at CowboyStatePolitics.com.